Yeah, Rap Radio Podcast, Elliot Wilson.
My name is B-Dot.
B-Dot, what's up, baby?
We got the sauce, man.
Long time coming. Ooweee!
Yeah, man. What's going on?
Sauce to me, he's like, yo, finally, man, what's going on, man?
It's a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication to put myself in this situation. Sure.
But it feels like, 10 years in now, right?
Absolutely.
That's
right,
crazy.
This is the 10th year right here. It feels like it's been 11 and 12, but now this make a full decade. I probably officially, I got out of jail 2013, and I blew up like towards the end of that year, beginning of 2014. Too Legit to Quit It became a regional hit record at that moment before it went national.
Too Legit to Quit It? Yeah. You said we had met back in the day?
That's exactly when we met, right around that time. That's why it's really amazing. It's brazen. It's a full circle moment for me right now, meeting you.
Yeah.
That was like...
Was it South by?
No, that was in Houston, 2013, I think it was. Maybe 14 at the most.
Yeah.
It was like a little music, it wasn't no convention or nothing like that. It was like a listening party or something. It was G-Luck, LaToya Luckett's brother, Gavin Luckett, and my brother B-Don Brandon, like one of the producers from Houston, G&B Productions.
Not to make it all about me, I think it was something Devi Dev had me out there.
Yeah,
that's
Devi
what it was.
Dev.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we met at that party.
We met at that party.
Wow.
We met at that party, and I wasn't no superstar at that point. I was like nobody. I was just like a little...
Is Chains weren't looking like this yet?
Nah, never none of that. I got a little baseball jersey that said the Trillers, but they told me who you was, and I ran up on you, and I was... Ooweee, I'm so welcome, man. I'm gonna be the biggest star that you ever seen thus far. And outside, I got a Mercedes-Benz car, and this is who I are. Da da da. You was like,
yeah, that sounds like Elliot.
This guy got a lot of energy. And then next thing you know, I think they ended up playing some of my music that night. I did a performance, and at the end of the night, you had asked for my information. You was like, who am I, whatever.
See, look at me. They say I reject the young talent.
Nah, you showed me love. Cause you just ain't never seen all the energy and like how I was, how I am. I've always been different.
You said you're hyper, right?
Yeah, extremely hyper.
Yeah,
like overly hyper. You know what I'm saying? Like I got an extra exerted amount of energy. It's just that I always got to get the energy out of me because I'm like a big old battery. I just store energy, so I gotta always put it out to keep me level.
Seems like you got a lot of energy behind this new single you got right now. OnlyFans.
That's that thing. Come on with the dribbling if you wanna. OnlyFans. Hey. Yeah, that's my new single, man. I had a lot of success on OnlyFans in real life. So it just made sense for me to make a song about it. It's something that's fun that everybody can enjoy, everybody can dance to. You know what I'm saying? Also, the content creators can, just be more inspired and more motivated to create content, to share knowledge or whatever their talents are.
You're really living it. You're expressing yourself on your OnlyFans account.
Absolutely.
Are you subscribing?
Really like that.
Yeah, I did take a quick look, and I want my $30 back, Sauce. There's a lot of you on there, my guy.
That boy ain't bumping because it's $10. But it's a lot of fine wine women on there too.
I came for that.
It's a lot of fine wine.
What a little left though. What a little left.
Why do you think you're so successful on that platform?
A lot of women like me. A lot of women have wanted to work with me in that area before. Beautiful women is like a part of my whole rap persona. It's a part of my whole image. It's been a part of my lifestyle before rap. I've always had beautiful women in my life, and I've always been attracted to beautiful women. So when it came out to where you can make money legitimately and legally during COVID, when a lot of people was like falling off financially and wasn't having the same opportunities that they had. A lot of artists wasn't touring, a lot of artists wasn't performing, wasn't getting paid those $50,000, $60,000, $100,000, $200,000 shows.
Yeah.
Well, I'm generating $300,000, $400,000 every 2 weeks. Because everybody had to sit in the house and stream. Streaming became the biggest way for people in America to pass time during that moment was to watch things doing streaming platforms.
Yeah.
Whether that was podcasts, whether that was OnlyFans, whether it's music videos. And by me being an independent artist, I already understood the formality and the formation of making the residuals and the monthly revenue from the ownership of your streaming and your music, your electronics. Yeah. So I've always had my my YouTube, my Spotify, my iTunes, all that has all been syndicated and paid out through one source to me throughout the majority of my career through my distribution situation. So I've already...
That's Empire, right? Empire?
No, this is way before Empire. It's way
Gotcha.
before Empire. Empire is a new partnership that I'm trying out. You know
Gotcha.
Now, I love it. I love the whole staff and the team over there, but I've been had a different situation with a different distribution company way before that. But I've been independent my entire career. I've never had no funding or nothing like that. So I really understand generating money from admins and plays and streaming and stuff like that. So it just made sense to convert that same strategy of monopolizing streaming through music videos and audio, because you get paid twice. The same song that you release as an audio, when you release that as a music video, that's a separate payment.
Revenue streams,
It's a separate level of revenue, and then you can also multiply that and put that same song on multiple different platforms. So your Spotify check is not your iTunes check, not your Tidal check, not your Pandora check. These are all different platforms that's paying you different amounts of money for the amount of streams that you're able to accumulate. So I just took that same formation and put that with the OnlyFans and just made multiple accounts for each person's account that I managed, and it just made sense.
Managing other people's accounts too.
Yeah, for sure.
You vertically integrated, man.
I just gotta make money. Got to.
How did you become so knowledgeable about business? Because you preached that like 10 years in, independent career on your own terms, but you talk about making passive income. Like, how did you become so knowledgeable of the business?
I'm from Houston, Texas, and being from Houston and me just being a cultural person, like it always made sense for me to retain ownership. I came into the rap game with a certain amount of money. I wasn't just like the richest person in the world, but I'd already cracked 6 figures. I already understood what it felt like to have $200,000, $400,000 to my name, if not much more. But especially like reoccurring, going back and forth. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I met you, like you said, it wasn't these size chains on, but I had some chains, jerseys, diamonds, little gold grid, whatever. I was like, you know what I'm saying? I was always coming up. I had a Benz outside, Mercedes Benz outside. You know, I was always like able to generate some type of revenue to invest into myself. So once you already have a certain amount of money and you start a company and it reach some type of success, it's kind of like your baby. It's kind of like your child, for number one. So you don't want to sell something that you created, for number one. But from a business standpoint, it's a lot of people that create businesses and create systems that don't generate money within the first 2 years or first year. They have to be in a hole. They got to wait on their return on their investment. I start making money immediately. I start trying to be a rap artist. So by me start making money immediately from doing shows, features, and concerts, and I'm also receiving checks from my streaming from all of the albums that I released, I started looking at my albums like a neighborhood, like each apartment complex. Each album is an apartment complex. Each song is a unit. If I'm making $600, $700 to $1,500 to $2,500 per song a month from a 20-song album, that's a whole apartment complex. Why would I sell my catalog or sell those albums just to get a loan of money? So like me just being from Houston and seeing so many of the legends and the stars come out before me stay independent and then have longevity of still having money 20, 40 years, 30 years past they heyday or they prime.
That's what's up. You said Lil Flip still driving the Rolls Royce.
Yeah, Lil Flip still driving the Rolls Royce. Slim Thug driving 15 cars, switching cars whenever he wants to, because he never sold his catalog. And even when they got record deals, they was able to leverage their situation to where they didn't have to sell everything that they own to get some money or to get some support. So I just wanted to put myself in a situation where I always owned the neighborhoods that I created that made me a millionaire before I decide to work with a major company. I don't know.
It makes sense.
I just want to learn it before I do it.
Absolutely.
How'd you learn about those taxes? Because you talked about that on Sauce Beach, Florida. Like, you paid $2 million in taxes?
Man. I mean, once again, like me paying when you managing all of these different people's accounts and you making so much money from a streaming service, this money is being accounted for. So say, for instance, if one of the models that's being managed under the company or whatever, she make $3 million that year, you can only write off so much of that money because these are all personal expenses for a person, more or less, in a business. Even though this person has an LLC up under their name, there's only so much that you can write off for makeup and travel and surgeries and stuff like that. So, I mean, when you're making a lot of money, it may pan out if you're not making a lot, but once you start making a lot of money, you got 4 different accounts, 5 different models or whatever going up and down, you got to pay the taxes on that every year. And me just being a supportive person and understanding person, I'm not going to let nobody fall short on their taxes because in the midst of them making the money and enjoying the success, they wasn't thinking about the financials. That at the end of the year, you have to pay a certain amount of this back to the government. You know what I'm saying? That just all comes with financial literacy. And that's just like something that I try to teach and help people with around me, that just because you make money don't mean that you have all the money that you're making. That's why you have to always have the burning desire to continue to make money. Like you gotta always want to make money, and the true goal is to make money when your body is not physically moving. The best money is this passive money, residual income, money that's being generated when you're not physically trying to make it because of some move or some investment or some system that you set in place that's already, you know what I'm saying, recycling your dollar. That's what I try to preach to people the most. Because if you have money that's making money for you when you're not consciously trying to make money, then when you get hit with those bills that come random or sporadically,
later on,
you know what I'm saying, you're prepared for them. You always prepare for a rainy day because you always have extra money rolling in, extra finances.
So that's why you flourished in the pandemic.
Absolutely. I was flourishing before the pandemic. The pandemic just set a stage to show some people wasn't exactly what they was rapping about, and some people are exactly what they rapping about. And I just so happen to be on that other side of that spectrum.
Yeah, well, you got your CPA on the low or something, man?
Yeah, I got a CPA, but before I had a CPA, I've been smart. I play stupid. I've been smart. I'm not as smart as I could be or I should be because, you know, I spend a lot of my time dripping or, you know, having fun, video games. Well, not video games no more like I used to, but like anime, just doing other shit that's not necessarily like seeking knowledge or, you know what I'm saying, strengthening my psyche, but sometimes I do. But I've read a lot of books growing up, like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, the 48 Laws of Power, 48 Laws of Seduction, all type of books. Some books on, you know, I've done a lot of stuff going on.
It's interesting because, like you said, it's like two sides of Sauce Walka, right? You have this like larger-than-life Larry Flint kind of persona, and then musically, you're like super deep and conscious, man.
Yeah, I'm out of those people. I mean, I'm forever. Ooweee, the kid that did, not the kid that didn't. The reason why the sauce word was written, the pastor, the master from here to Alaska to make the bread come faster. You my head going to action. You know what I'm saying? That's me. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm really dripping. I'm really splashing in real life. But at the same time, it's a science behind the madness. It's a structure in a red print behind everything that I do, and the experiences that I've been through in life and the things that I've seen have downloaded in my brain in such a way that I can always regurgitate or reenact or rewrite these experiences or things that I've seen somebody else go through, or just pain that I felt or loss that I felt or loss that I've seen other people go through. Because, you know, it's a difference between struggling and then actually like losing people that you love or losing a child or something like that. That's a different level than just struggle. You know what I'm saying? You can struggle your whole life, but struggle with the people that you love, and you still got to make good memories and build a stronger bond, but you still got through your whole life with your mother, your father, your sisters and brothers. You got people that had to witness their mothers and fathers die in their arms and things like that I've experienced. Like, so like me being on FaceTime with my little brother Gohan while my mama dead in his arms while she's on the way to drive to Houston to come to move to Houston with me. My little brother Gohan got to FaceTime me with my mama dead in his arms crying, boogers coming out of his nose. Like, I've seen so much in life to where I feel like a duty or a job, or like I feel a responsibility to use my knowledge and my experience and my platform to give some type of guidance or some type of soothing or healing, or just even if I could provide someone's skill set or information to just make them a better person or make them better prepared for some of the things that happened to me unexpectedly that I just had to deal with. I'll be hoping that my music can help them through that at times, because I know that's what it done for me. But at the same time, I don't like to get make sad music so much or make heartfelt music so much that I get taken out the space of being an entertainer and taken out the space of being a hit-making artist or exciting artist or artist that people listen to in the club or just, to feel good and have fun. So sometimes I have to be my other self and be obnoxious and be crazy or just exciting because that's still me too. And the things that I rap about on the other side of my artistry is like also things that I've been through that made me who I am, you know what I'm saying? Made me have more money, made me more successful, made me have a certain perspective towards relationships with women or just life in general. I wouldn't change my style or my build-up and my makeup for nothing. I feel like it made me the warrior and the super saiyan that I am in the rap game. That's why I've been able to be in the rap game for 10 years independently, and I'm still relevant. I'm still a talk of the industry at all times. I'm still frequently listening to Spotify numbers stay in the millions, But I'm sitting here with Elliott Wilson and this is only the greats and the legends get to come on rap right now.
But if something about the Dangerous Derringer and like the energy around you right now just feels like you about to take it to another level. Do you feel that?
Yeah, because I'm finally acting like a rapper. That's just the honest to God truth. I usually don't really act like a rapper. Like I rap, but I'm like, anybody that knows me or follows me knows that over everything, I'm a hustler, I'm an entrepreneur. Yeah. I've been rapping for so long at such a high level, and especially at a competitive level, but also, again, retaining the purpose and the game plan of never signing to a major record label. It's just been my personal desire and just want to just break the mold and do something different. But I also understand the disposition that it always put me in too. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying, for some artists or for some people, it makes sense for them to sign to major record labels and major deals to get to where they're going faster. I'm chasing something different. But with understanding that handicap that I've taken, you gotta understand that I've been rapping for so long with the understanding of knowing I'm gonna be successful regardless if I take I wouldn't say it's the easy route being signed, but rather I take the professional route or I take the independent route. I know I'm gonna be successful. So now I have to pick what styles of raps and what genres I would like myself to fall up under between this 5-year span and then the next 5-year span. Then that's my first decade. Now I'm moving to my next decade. And then each different artist, a different chapter of my artistry that I allow people to fall in love with. That's a different generation of people that's gonna support, and they might grow up and mature too, and now they wanna hear the ghetto gospel. Now they done been through some things in life to where they wanna understand, because a lot of people that first got on Sauce Walka from the Ooweee and the drip and the pimp rap and the sauce and all that, they only know me from when they was in high school and middle school, and then they went to college and went through whatever, and then they stopped listening to Sauce Walka, other things came in their life, but then they come back to Sauce Walka ghetto gospel. So I would say more that's like I strategically knew when it was time to pull that out, to pull that style of rap out and get the bigger audience or get the audience, the true hip hop heads that really respect the art form and the difficulty and the skill set of having lyricism, being a storyteller, and being able to spread a message that's actually like has substance to it and meaning to it that people can live on with. I always say I try to make timeless music instead of hit music, but I still can make hit records. I was known for making hit records and regional hit records and like just blowing up off of viral moments of music before I started doing all the crazy antics and just exploring the internet when I realized, it's really easy to make money off Instagram. Like, this is like your Instagram page is like a black card. So once I just kind of realized that I kind of diversified my hustle to like, okay, I'm doing the drip rap, I'm rapping, and the world's stealing my style, and I'm having this incredible influence. But I don't wanna break my original game plan and go sign a record deal to feel like I gotta compete. So now I gotta find other ways to make even more money, even though I was already making a lot of money from rapping and shows and features and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's just like a college basketball player. You play college, you get past a certain level, you go to the Sweet 16 or whatever that shit is, Final Four, you try to win. If you don't win, now the next thing to do is to go get your major contract. And after you get your first rookie contract and you pass that, then you go re-up for the big contract. Mm-hmm. It's a little different in the music industry if you don't have a catalog in place.
Yeah.
And now that you have nothing to fall back on without that catalog in place. It's like now kids have the opportunity now with what's it called, IRL or whatever, that you can make you a couple $1 million to be sitting on before you even go to the actual league and make more millions. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of the same thing. If you able to, most people not able to generate no catalog that make money. I always made a catalog that make money. So it's like, I just knew it was the time to switch over to a different style of rap. That's still me, because originally I always rapped the ghetto gospel style and the struggle and the pain and the consciousness. That was way before the South shit. Mm-hmm. Like the South shit came after when I started living like that. When that happened to my life in real life. I got out of jail. Women start spoiling me. I should start getting out of these different...
Women spoiling to be that.
Women start spoiling me and shit. I followed my leadership. My life changed. So it's like, I don't want to rap about sad shit and struggling and pain no more, but there will be a time to use that again. So I'm gonna just keep that in my repertoire, keep that in the...
Yeah, why did it become a staple of like December to drop that Ghetto Gospel series? And like, what does that symbolize to you, that series?
I mean, it symbolizes so many different things, but one of the main things that it symbolizes that I'm one of the best rappers to ever live, like lyrically. I'm arguably one of the best people to put stories together. And this is not my opinion. Mm-hmm. This has been the opinion of greats and people that have passed. How many people you get to get JayZ, the likes of the JayZs and DJ Premiers and the Derringers and
Swiss
Beats, Kanye's,
Busta Rhymes dapping you on stage, man.
Like, come on, I'm Busta Rhymes' kids. Two of Busta Rhymes' sons, I'm their favorite rappers. That's like one of the things that really made me and Busta Rhymes' relationship so strong is because his kids put him on me and like had him listening to me for like months and months and years. Like, this dude. So I was walking like, Dad, you gotta get on him. Like, he's the truth. He's a special artist. He this, he that, whatever. But Busta is like, man, this little nigga remind me of me. Like, you see the wild hair and the way I act, and you know what I'm saying, just the clothes, the colors, the videos. Yeah. He was just mind by like, damn, this little dude from Houston, but he really got bars and he really got lyrics, but he crazy. He not afraid to be himself, but like, damn, I need to meet him type shit. So shit, when I was in New York, and then it was right too. I actually had met Busta Rhymes some years before that in LA. I forget who video shoot it was, but he had told me then that he had been seeing me and he was like, he was giving me my credit and salute and shit. This way back then, we had took a picture, one of the first viral pictures that went viral on my Instagram. Busta Rhymes had a big ass dragon pinky ring with a dragon car with a green emerald in it, and I had a big diamond pink splash earring, pinky ring. We took a picture with our fingers locked. And he was saying he was passing the torch to me back then before I even achieved so much of the shit so he really been like following my career for years, but his sons who really like solidified the relationship, like, this is our favorite rapper, like, you need to get around him, like, this is who we think the best rapper out of everybody, like, he can rap like this, but then he can rap like this. Yeah. And he get on these bars, or he can hit you with this, and there's still bars in the drill, that and this and that. And so when I met him, like, it was like it was a heartfelt moment for him because it was like my relationship with his sons through music brought him and his sons closer together. Because that was something that they could always come to the table and talk about and relate to. And like, he just told me that was something big in their family. It was Sauce Walka, and like they related on a big note on that. So it was like I met his sons like on the phones and stuff and in New York, and then at the BET Awards, I got to meet the whole family and everything. Oh, wow. Yeah. And it was a big surreal moment because we had all been talking for like about 2 years now, however long it's been since I first posted the stuff. We was out in the studio recording the records and stuff. Yeah. And Busta just gave me a lot of game and a lot of knowledge and a lot of honor, and he really be on me like a father figure too, though. Like, he really be like telling me certain shit about like how I need to be professional, or answer the phone, or, you know what I'm saying, carry myself a certain type of way around people, or just like, he always got nothing but positive, keen, empowering energy to give me. But again, that's another one of the greats and one of the icons who look at me as like one of the best lyricists out right now. And they understand. They're the ones who tell me like, boy, you know, if you would have been signed the deal, you would have did this. Or boy, you know, if you would have, you know, boy, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it feels the same as getting a Grammy, a nomination or award for a Swiss Beats or JayZ, or, you know, these are the, again, these are, even the Wu-Tang Clan, RZA, Ghostface, Raekwon, all of them people love me.
Yeah.
Like, them niggas love me. I got pictures with all of them on Instagram. They be sending me my favorite, sending me like verses I said and clips and shit. Like, these dudes like love me for real. Like, see me in the mall, be super excited. I send them to jewelers to go to. Like, you know, Raekwon be in Dallas. Like, he got family out there. Like, yeah, it's crazy. You know?
That Ghetto Gospel 3, man, I think the industry slept on that because it's incredible.
Thank
it's
you.
a really good, strong project. And like the storytelling is amazing. Like, where did that come from? Like, was that always part of your arsenal? Were you influenced by certain rappers that were like great storytellers?
To be honest, I was influenced by DJ Screw more than anything, but like the first music video I ever seen, like for number one, I'm kind of like a rap prodigy. Like, I'm like a rap phenom as far as like the skill set and the process and the buildup of being a rapper. I've done it my entire life. Like, I've always practiced and perfected the skill set of delivering lyrics. I recorded my first song in the studio when I was 6 years old. 1996, the first time I stood in the studio with a real microphone and put the real headphones over my head and they closed the booth, I was 6 years old.
Wow.
Making tapes. Like, back then they used to call them freestyle tapes. Like screw tapes, like a DJ screw tape. Yeah, so like, that was like, that's how culture is. Like, well, you know, Screw would go, he'll make a cassette tape with like 15 of the hottest beats and the hottest songs that's out, slow them down, chop them up. But sometimes it would just be a tape of beats. And then you would freestyle over those beats. And you can go to a studio that's like influenced by Screw and they'll make one for you to like replicate it. So I used to go to the studio called Diamond Cut Studios in King's Flea Market in Houston. It's like a legendary flea market on the south side of Houston. It was this DJ, then that DJ WizKid. DJ WizKid, he used to like make me like a 5-set beats. I used to maybe like Missy Elliott and Hot Boy. So you know what I'm saying? Then I go in there young and rap. Man, cameraman with Vans, diamonds on my hand, make the girl dance. I'm a California, but it feel like friends. TSL business, I'm the motherfucking man. Some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just, like, you see how I just he got on Vans shoes, you know what I'm saying? Like, taking the moment and then making it a song, like, that's really hard to do. That's complex to do. I've been doing it my whole life since I was a little boy. So, from recording freestyle tapes, and from 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, even though no matter whatever I went through in life, I would always like find my way to the studio because I had an exceptional level of talent where people wanted me to be in their studio. Like a kid that can rap and it's exciting and shit like that. And I would buy like karaoke machines and practice. And then I started writing raps around probably when I was like 9, 10, and then I stopped writing at 15. I haven't wrote a rap since I was 15 years old. Like, I hate writing now. Like it's kind of like a kid that's been playing football or boxing since they was 3 years old. Pop Warner, whatever PA, BA boxing, the silver glove, gold glove, regional, all the way to the Olympics. Like, I've done battle rap, like whatever style and form of rapping, I went through it. Because it's something that I always wanted to do is rap no matter whatever else I did in life, whether gang banging, boxing, video games, being a nerd. Like, I've always been into like anime and superheroes and all that other shit, like, but I always rapped. You know what I'm saying? That's just, I never wanted to be a basketball player or football player. I'm not one of them rappers that be like, oh man, you know, I never wanted to be a rapper. I was just in the trap one day, selling drugs, and my boy was like, hey, bro, you need to go ahead and rap, bro. I think you would kill that. No, that was never me. I was always the pretty boy, beating niggas up, fighting, and battle rapping and clothes. the center of attention in every high school or middle school, whatever I went to, whether I was fat, skinny, I always been in boy then my whole life. No matter whatever struggles I went through, I always been him. And I always rap. So I always loved hip hop and like the power that it has and the way that music teaches people. You know, 90% of the things that you learn in life or 90% of the information that you download in your brain is given to you through music. You learned your ABCs through what? Music.
Yeah,
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You learned that through music. You learn timetables through music. You buy all advertisement and things, commercials.
Those jingles
have songs with them. Every Apple, everything has a sales pitch to it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it. Like music is like it's the communication to the soul and like the tape recorder to the brain. It's the easiest way for the brain to retain information is to put it in the song, put it in the melody. And I kind of understood that young as a kid.
How did you get, to be that point, how did you get good at painting pictures and really storytelling aspect of it? When do you think you got sharp with that in the process?
I think I've always been able to do that. That's what I'm saying. Because I've always been good at rapping. So when I probably started writing raps when I was like 9. I've always wrote complex raps though. My mom's a drug addict and a stripper, heroin and crack cocaine, and dance strip clubs. My father's a struggling athlete and working 9-to-5 jobs his whole life while chasing his athletic dream, trying to be a football star, a wrestler, or whatever creative idea came to his mind. My whole other family, all my other external family is dead, drug addicts. I never met them before. I'm an only child. Like, I went through shit.
Yeah, there's so many lives, you said.
How is it, like, how can I not tell you about it? How can I not put this in a diary form? It's okay, it's like that. It's like a person that's keeping a diary. It's like a girl that wrote a diary her whole life of all her bullshit and her sad emotions. But I'm not no bitch. I'm a nigga. I'm a gangster. I'm a man. I'm a young boy going through my life, but I'm writing raps and poems and poetries about it to the point to where my fingers hurt. I don't want to write about this shit no more. It's polluting my brain. It's to the point to where I'm writing so much of my experiences and things that I see going on, police brutality. My father paying child support for me while I lived with my dad. My whole life, I was raised with him, but he was paying child support on me. That shit don't even make sense. I paid off my own child support. When I was about 25 years old, I finished off my own child support for my dad to him to get out of debt.
Wow.
I had to pay $19,000 and a $4,000 lawyer fee to pay the debt that my dad owed to the government for my child support, for me. So like I've been through, again, shit that even if I was a movie writer, if I wrote scripts, if I wrote dialogue for film, I just have the brain and the capacity to just create stories and situations and explain them in depth because I went through so much and seen it personally. And my brain was already the type of brain that has a huge photographic memory and a type of brain that downloads a situation and remember every single detail of it and then close my eyes and then it just constantly playing over and over my head to when I write a song, even if I'm freestyling and writing, if I'm not gonna say exactly how that happened, I'm gonna create a scenario in a movie, a situation to where you can vividly see. Just like the author writing a book, he's not gonna just say, it was raining outside and my shirt was wet. No, the author's gonna say, the cold chill of the wind blowing across my whiskers as the raindrops fell upon the side of my neck to my...
Right.
With details,
Yeah, it's
details.
With the type of trauma and bullshit a nigga seen, and then I'm trying to rap about it and make you feel it, what I feel, I can't give you a watered down version. I can't give you an undetailed version for you to see what I'm trying to make you see. So, and that's just a skill set and a talent that I've always had, and I know when it's time to use it and when it's time to exploit it, and I know it's one of the things that make me better than other artists is my attention to detail or the type of metaphors and punchlines that I'm able to put together while still having a deep storyline or a plot twist
Yeah.
It got you at a cliffhanger like the greatest movie that you're watching. But I still gave you a punchline to make you say, oh, while you hanging on the cliff for the next moment. I always looked at everything as a science. I don't know, maybe that's why my dad named me, or maybe that's why my name is Albert. I've always looked at things like from an Einstein perspective. Like, no matter how crazy and wild and obnoxious I am, I'm a genius at the same time. So poetry, depth, meaning, substance, and even when I'm rapping about the other shit, the dripping and the saucing and the I'm doing all that. If you actually listen to the words that I'm saying, it's a story there too. You can close your eyes and see everything I'm saying in that too. But the ghetto gospel shit is more relatable to people around the world. More people have been through struggles or witnessed other struggles, or some people are just fascinated by the struggle because they never went through it themselves. Even if it's not relatable, sometimes it's humbling for people to hear it, or sometimes it's a warning for people through music. A lot of people make a lot of their life decisions off of the music that they listen to.
Yeah, like Peace Treaties serve like as a cautionary tale / state of affairs kind of record.
That man know his shit.
We listen to the music,
He
man.
know his shit. Yeah, I'm popping it. I'm making grown man music. Please don't get it construed because of the shit you see on Instagram and YouTube. My music is grown.
Nah, this is real. Like, you had one line that stuck out with me, said, "Low dumbass niggas on these pills leaning, ain't never learned no trades, but they specialize in red beaming. We're killing our own race. Nigga, these queens need semen."
Like,
man, listen.
Talk about procreation.
That's what I'm saying. You could have just said, these girls need to get fucked. You could have been that, right?
We killing our own kings. We killing our own kings. Our kings are men. And the kings that we have that are men that are losing their lives because of the brutality and the murders and the things that we're doing to ourselves is taking our own flesh off of the earth. So it's semen, but it's also men that these women need. These queens need semen. Yeah, they need the kings to come from the seas and give them that semen, plant that seed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we came from foreign seas. You know what I'm saying? My punchlines be having like 4 or 5 different levels
to it.
It be levels to it. It's that first base level. Police, black comment, black people dying, the queens need semen. And then you break it down to our queens, and us being kings come from overseas, and these queens that are losing, the kings that's dying, we provide the semen to them because we're men of the seas from Africa that came up, you know what I'm saying? But we going too indefinitely.
We gotta go there, man.
You know what I'm saying? But for the, it's there. If you willing to look past that, they say, never judge a book by its cover. If you willing to look past your cover, my brother, it's there for you. But if you want to keep it ignorant, we can keep it ignorant. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple.
Word.
It's a variety. It's a choice.
When did you come up with the Ooweee? And when did you know that was going to be your signature kind of
Man,
ad-lib?
the pimping made me say the Ooweee. The ism gave me the Ooweee. The dripping, that's that, like, again, the whole sauce shit that shout out to my twin, Sancho Saucy, like the whole sauce thing came from me making that transition once I got out of jail from like, okay, because again, like I said, I was a phenom and rapping in my city. I've always been like popular. I've always been known for battle rapping, freestyle competitions, whatever, just dropping songs, selling CDs. I did every process of being a rapper, I did it, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so boom, when I was like 15, 16, I was doing Mash Mode Mob Stars. It was like a big Houston, clique culture is big in Houston for number one. Before gangbanging like really took over the city, it was clique culture. And clique culture and gangbanging merged in Houston, basically. And what clique culture is, which is in a lot of other cities, or like, it's the same difference as somebody making up their own record label, your own group. And then you have 50, 60 individuals that give that loyalty to their group, and they go push that brand in the city, in the streets or whatever, young, and be fighting the territory, whatever come with it. So I had one of the biggest cliques in Houston history. Is Mash Mode Mall Stars. Is some shit that me and all my brothers created together, and we was a part of it. And it's unarguably like one of the biggest cliques in Houston culture, period, ever. Like, it's known. Nobody would deny that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I was like one of the faces and forefronts of that. And it's a bunch of other legendary cliques as well from back then, and we would all be like, some of us was in alliance with each other, some of us would bump heads. But during that time, I was one of the only kids out of all of these cliques that had so much notoriety in the city that was rapping a lot and known for rapping. So when I went to jail from, you know, certain situations that happened during that, I caught some cases, shootouts, went to jail, was out on the news, the trade aid shit, there's just a bunch of different shit that went on in my life back then over being a part of that. I got out of jail and I made my mind up. Like my twin was one of the main ones that was on that shit. Like, bro, we passed that shit. Like, nigga, we stars. Like, the whole city know us. Like, you'd have been on the news, you'd have been on CNN, you'd have been all over the world. You gonna use that to go back in the streets and do more of this dumb ass shit? Like, bro, you need to rap, bitch. Like, you him. Like, bitch, we need to drip and do what we was doing. Cause right before that is when, like, boom, women start changing my life a little bit and like making me see life different. And like not being so caught up in the violence and the glory of violence. You know what I'm saying? I started getting caught up in the glory of dressing good and going to the strip club and women admiring me. And that's when the sauce started to be created. That's when the Oowees and that shit started to come. Cause the flavor hit me now. We used to go to the strip club to look tough and be 50 niggas in the club with the same hoodie on with the words on it matching. And yeah, we the tough guys that play our song. We gonna beat up the DJ. But then it became being the fly dudes in the club and the strippers that's getting the money from the people in the club, throwing the money to them. They trying to give the money to me to go home with me.
You say you been count bitch money since you was 17?
Since I was 17. I'm just told you this happened when I was like 17, 18. I ain't even, you see, I can't make this shit up. You just put it together for my boys. We doing regular conversation. You could have caught me down bad. I could have said, yeah, when I was 12. Yeah, I'm telling you, when I was about 17, 18, going to jail, 20. Okay, now this type of shit going on. I catch a case, I go to jail. I go to jail for like 3 years.
The judge offered you 41 years though, right?
Absolutely he did. You know what I'm saying? I had an inciting a riot, organized crime, criminal activity, assault with a deadly weapon. Damn. So, and another charge, there was some other charge, but it was a shooting that happened at TSU, at Try the Truth event that he be doing every year called Try Day.
Oh, they got the Try Day?
Wow. Yeah, the Try Day. I was invited to the Try Day. Again, like I said, I was becoming famous back then. And it was like 2009 or something, I think. It was 2009, 2008, 2009. I was invited to perform. And, you know, long story short, you know, people tried to put me and the people that I was with in danger, so I had to defend myself. And it went the way it went. I ended up going, a lot of people got shot that day. I went to jail for that shit. And we all a lot of us went to jail. It was all on the news. It was like the third, fourth time I've been on the news. So it was like, I've been playing with my life too much, and I made it through that situation by the grace of God, grace of the universe. Like, I made it through that. I still had to go to jail, but I still got my freedom back. Like, that was something to where I could have went to jail for 40 years, 50 years, 30 years, 20 years easily, because the platform it was on, it was a high-profile case. It was on the school campus. It was random people there that had nothing to do with it that got hurt, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't my doing. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, motherfuckers just don't know what they doing. So it was just wild. But you had Congress people out there, Sheila Jackson Lee, it was all type of, you know what I'm saying? It was a big ordeal. So for me it caused a big uproar, a conversation in Houston outside of all the stuff that we was already known for. So like, it was a blessing for me to get out of jail and my brother be like, leave that shit, let that shit go, bro. Like we did that, like we survived it. Now we finna, fuck, if they don't wanna agree with us and do what we doing, fuck them. We gonna drip this house. We gonna be the Ciabatta Boys. But this before the sauce came. We the first name we came up outside of Mash Mall Stars was the Ciabatta Boys. We started making money, we started having bread. And we was always like the type of people that like, make up our own lingo to go with the lifestyle that we was living. So we always want to talk different. We from Houston. Houston is the South. We pop shit. We talk different. Yeah. So we was a Ciabatta boy. We got the bread. We got the lettuce, the bread, the toast, and the butter. This before the sauce hit it. We got the lettuce, the bread. We got the lettuce, the cheese, the toast, the butter. Me and my brother. You know what what I'm saying? Yeah, baby, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you need to choose up with Javada boys. They got a lot of toys. They bring you a lot of joy. You know what I'm saying? That's how we used to be. That's how we used to pop at women and stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? Try to get their numbers or whatever. And eventually, it led to us saying Sauce because, like, one of the girls that, like, contested us, like, going back and forth with us, like, she was a nigga, like, she was a P.L. damn shit, like, she was popping it at us. And in the midst of that, we started saying Sauce. So after the Sauce, came the Ooweee. Because when you got the sauce, now we dripping. Now we changing our actual names. Because my original rap name wasn't Sauce. My original rap name was AWOP. You know what I'm saying? AWOP or Skywalker. From Mashmo, AWOP. My twin Sancho, his original name was Bullet. Mike D or Bullet. You know what I'm saying? That was his original rap name. So like when the Sauce hit us after the Ciabatta Boys, like we was calling each other the Ciabatta Boys, we ain't had no new rap name. So now the Sauce hit. Bitch, I'm Sauce Walka. I ain't taking a walk off my name. That's in my real name, Albert Walker. So I ain't taking a walk off my name. I'm Sauce Walka. Okay. You, what's your name gonna be? I'm Saucy. Bitch, you Sauce, I'm Saucy, nigga. Bitch, 10 years ago, we in the hotel room with 4 white girls trying to figure it out. For real, like some crazy shit we was living. He had a Mexican girl at the time, used to call him Sancho. They said the Spanish meaning of a Sancho is like the extra man. Look, see how she laughing? See the camera? Say, do you know something back there? It's like a known Spanish thing. It's a known Spanish thing to call a man that's always with multiple women a Sancho. Or the man that your wife is cheating on you with, he's a Sancho. So, like, that's what they would call my brother a Sancho. So we were like, okay, well, you Sancho Sauce, I'm Sauce Walker. And Eureka. And then after that, well, what's gonna be our group name? The Sauce Twins. So now we become the Sauce Twins, and, you know, it hit from there. So as we're recording, my old friends from Mashmo would still be around me in the studio while we were recording. And I would like experiment with new ad-libs. Ooweee, drill, splash, trees, or just saying, wow, because I'm feeling good. You just feel a different type of way when beautiful women is adoring you and putting lotion on your skin and drying you off and your music is going well. You're going to the strip clubs, they playing my songs. I'm feeling different. I don't want to rap about guns. I don't want to rap about beefing with this, you know what I'm saying? That's was one of the beautiful things about me and my rap career when I came out in Houston. Is like, I brought something completely different, even though I still was representing the streets, and I still brought that into my music, but the majority of my music was about having fun, making money, partying, being around beautiful women, being empowered in your confidence. And so when I first said, ooh, we in the studio, all my partners looked at me like I was lame, like I was crazy or something. Bro, you tripping, bro. What Ooweee? Man, you sound like Rick James in there or something, bro. You tripping, what that mean, bro? I don't know, this shit sound loud, though. Every artist, I'm thinking like, every rapper got they ad-lib, they special, you know, JayZ, this is in that era, this is years ago. I've been in the rap game for 10 years, so this when I'm putting it together. This is 2009, 8, this 14, 15 years ago. Rick Ross and JayZ and them boys, I think I'm Big and Meech, Larry Hoover, You know, JayZ, I needed me one. Hey, I needed me one. You know, Joel Santana, I was going through my sound files in my head, and you know, something just made me say, Ooweee! And to be real, the first time I said Ooweee, it wasn't even a loud one. The first time I said Ooweee, it was the Ooweee, Ooweee. I was like playing with it, trying to see where I can land it. Yeah. Because I was saying drip. Drip and splash came before Ooweee. Me saying like drip and sauce, and I'm dripping the sauce. And then I was younger then too, so around that time, like, again, I was trying to get off of the lyricism, off of the bars, doing the bars so much. So I was singing in the studio back then. Like, we would use auto-tune. I've always hated auto-tune, like my whole artistry, but my brother loved auto-tune. He loved singing. So Sancho would make me sing, and like the Ooweee would go good on the auto-tune sometimes. So I experiment with it, and then anything I say in the booth, I'm finna go say it in real life. So now when I go out to the club, or when I go around women or something, this my new, Ooweee, hey, where you going, girl? Get up off them hills and jump in these hot wheels so we can pay these bills and show these thrills. Yeah, baby, I'm the attraction like Michael Jackson. Ooweee! We was doing all that shit. What? Because that's the name of the game. It's to make the chess player get out of position. That's the name of the game. You know what I'm saying? If I make you grin, you in. If I can make you turn your head, then that's bread. That's just what my goal was. So the Ooweee it worked so well. It was such an attention grabber. And you know how people say, if you don't got haters, then you ain't doing something right.
Yep. Oh yeah, we know about that.
So for me to hear that from from brothers and people that I love, when I know, like, I rap way better than y'all. I know for a fact that some of y'all have learned how to rap better from rapping with me, because I've always been the one in my group to be like, hey, y'all, let's rap, or we need to go do a photo shoot, or we need to go get an album cover made, or we need to upload on YouTube. I've been on YouTube since 2014, bro. Now, you can go to your laptop right now and look up AWOL Sauce Walk on YouTube. I've been doing this for, not 2000, whenever that shit first came out, 14, 15, whatever it was, what it was, the 14, was it 13, 12? When YouTube first came out, I was on there.
YouTube was around like maybe 2006, maybe?
Okay, well, 2006, well, that's what it was. I was on there.
He was on there early.
I was on there. 2006, 2004, whenever it was.
Yeah.
Same time they was cranked there, same time they was out there. I was on YouTube. MySpace, I was there. Put it up right now. It's gonna say 17 years, 15 years ago, whatever it is, I was there. I already knew that, doing videos and concerts, and I've been performing on stages since I was, I don't know, 11, 12. I've been recording since I was 6, so I always understand. I hated that, like, we're not finna record music just for us to listen to it like friends. Partners, that's lame. I'm not finna sit up here and we just record music and we just all ride around listening to ourselves all day. So it's like, I always had a different expert opinion about music, and I was the first one to get on the radio. By the time I started saying Ooweee, I had already been on the radio in Houston already. I had been on a Swisher House mixtape, Up in Smoke, with DJ Michael Watts. It was a song called Ace Time or Blowdro. So Ace Time, Blowdro, something, me and Beretta Black. One of them old school Swisher House mixtapes. So Michael Watts was trying to sign me. Michael Watts been trying to sign me since I was like 15 years old, 16 years old.
5,000
salute Michael 5,000 Watts, though. I love him to death. He's like one of those people that I give honor and credit to helping my career as me growing up. Like, he's always supported my career. But yeah, I've always been one of those phenoms in music. So when my friends was telling me like, bro, that shit weak, that shit suck. And I'm like, huh? Y'all hating, but I don't give a damn. But I love you to death. You hating. Like, I know this is gonna work. I know this is good. Yeah. Like, you cannot tell me that it's not gonna work. And that's just like one of the moments where I went through life where, like, I started to have that separation because of greatness. Like, you can't take everybody with you, or you finna go to a different level and platform where everybody can't go with you. Yeah. And it's crazy that something as simple, as small as my ad-libs and my rap style and the way I changed from just being a gangster or a street gangbanger rapper, or just having that persona and that image and that mentality 24 hours a day to the dripping and the sauce and some of my real friends didn't want to be around that shit. Like me and my twin, me and Sancho for that. And y'all on some different shit, bro. Y'all tripping, we ain't doing that. Like, woo. But I became a millionaire. I became a Houston legend.
You was right.
I was right. I brought a rap style to Houston that didn't exist. Yeah. I brought a genre of music to the South. The sauce, the drip, the pimpin', the flavor, the sauce and knees, the drip rap, the drip hop.
You spoke
about drip hop to the game.
You spoke about like how a lot of times people take the influence from Houston, but don't really embrace the Houston artist enough. And also there's challenges of being a Houston artist to kind of break national, right? To get out of just being successful in the local region. Can you speak to that and the challenges you faced?
You know, we just don't have the same platforms and we don't have the same offices available. We don't have big corporate record labels that's right down the street in downtown Houston that's gonna provide you with finances, or it's gonna provide you with record label services, or certain events, certain festivals, the Rolling Louds, the Lollapaloozas, whatever. That's why it was such a rare opportunity and experience for me to meet you so prematurely in my career, because you got to think, you like a myth or a legend of people. Elliot Wilson, this motherfucker ain't never seen you. Motherfucker think they'll never see you in real life as an actual human being. When I met you 10 years ago, and more than 10 years ago, at the beginning of my career. Yeah. So it's like, it was certain things like that they always let me know I was special because I can get through. I've always had the ability to get through certain doors when you have that little fragment of opportunity and space to do it. But that's the problem for people in Houston is we all, especially before my coming. Now that you have something like
broke
me,
some doors down.
I of course, obviously, look how many people got deals now. Look how many people got opportunities now. How, you know what I'm saying? I think I was the first person that JayZ offered opportunity to in Houston to be a part of Rock Nation. Again, JayZ changed my life, helped my career, did something for me. There's a direction changer and a elevation of my career, undeniably. Him putting me on the title list. The title
playlist, yep.
Right, so that achievement amongst all the other things that I did for the music industry, for the Houston and the Texas industry, and then also knowing that too, I put the entire Texas on my back. So it was like all the Dallas artists, all the Dallas DJs, all the Houston DJs. As soon as I got light, I took that light to everybody. I started making songs with everybody. I started, doing blogs with everybody, the Say Cheese TVs and all these different platforms. Like I took my power and I spread it around to everybody. So you have to understand, before that, what could we do? We didn't have a Say Cheese. We didn't have a Sean Cotton. We didn't have South by Southwest was brand new. And not only South by South being brand new, it wasn't even in this powerful state to where it can help a Texas artist. If anything, it was more or less helping the bigger artists that was like, I think what made South by Southwest, the year that Kanye West and JayZ and all those people came. That shit was way, way long time ago. It's not what's happening now. Now it's a thing for new artists. So again, it was so hard to be from Houston and blow up and have the opportunity if you're not going to get on a plane and travel to somewhere else. And also without the internet being involved. The internet has become so powerful now, so prominent, to where the instant gratification has allowed record labels and companies to find invested interest in people and reach out to them. Instagram and Twitter wasn't as, I don't know what's the word to use for it. It just wasn't as, it didn't have the same capability of bridging the gaps between celebrities or up-and-coming celebrities and record labels because everybody wasn't so open to the engagement and the conversation there at first. Because things were different. You remember how Instagram used to be. So with that being said, Houston just was one of those places that we've always had the talent, we've always had the market, we've always had the rich culture and creativity being created there, but we never had a DJ Khaled or whoever to come to our city and actually work with artists and work with producers and work with people in the city to where therefore when the platinum record is made or a huge music video is done or a company such as Buffalo Wild Wings, Sprite or Target or whatever wants to do a commercial or advertisement rollout behind these three artists in this particular ad that we're doing behind this song, Houston missed those opportunities until the likes of Sauce Walka and Travis Scott. Like until we kind of like pushed that door down, like from different spectrums though, but still for different the city. Styles, different styles, different spectrums, but just opening up those same type of doors where people feel comfortable or feel like, okay, it is a lot of opportunity that I'm missing out on for not going to Houston and going to Texas and seeing the new talent and seeing the new artists. And then people put us in certain boxes as well that we can only make a certain type of music. So that was another thing that why I said again, it was so big for me to come and introduce certain level of lyricism, certain style of lyricism, different subject matters, different substance, different complexity, but at the same time, make exciting music and fun music and music that has replay value that people that's between the ages of 15 to 21 want to listen to. Because if you don't have the youth, you don't have nothing anyway. Because when you have the youth will grow up and mature and still listen to music that they felt was timeless and as they get into their adult form and want to listen to that style of music. So I feel like, and then we never had a bunch of big record labels that's just right there in the middle of the city. That's like hometown record labels. We have our few that do what they've done, and salute to those record labels that have done what they've done for the city. But you know what I mean? It just wasn't an ample a lot. But if you didn't go through, the few ones that there is, the Rap-A-Lots, the Swisher House, it go dead after that. Right. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that many directions people have that's right here in your backyard to say, you got great talent. I'm finna take you to 106 and Park tomorrow. We never had that.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you from Atlanta, you from New York, you from the West Coast, no matter how much they may personally complain, they have that, along with the hometown spirit support. That's a whole nother playing field. The radio support that these other regions have, Texas doesn't have it. Our radio and our majority of the DJ system, how it's ran, is not hometown push, it's more or less corporate. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna play a lot of out-of-town music, or they're gonna play whatever the record labels or the radio the radio operators or people that like send music around. They play what's syndicated, what's sent to them. They don't play what's hot and what they have to discover, what's the hottest thing in the club, or even if it's not the hottest thing in the club, you're a DJ that's from this city, from this state. The hometown pride in you to want to see your city, your sound, your culture
hit the main stage.
Hit the main stage and have a fighting chance to compete. Just like sports, you have a responsibility and a duty to do that. In Texas, most people that's in power in Texas prior to how it is maybe now, and we still deal with that a little bit, they wasn't doing it. Whereas New York is gonna make sure you know about Bing Bong. If it's Bing Bong, we're gonna make sure you know about Bing Bong. If it's Ice Spice, we're gonna make sure you know about Ice Spice.
Yeah.
Same thing with the West Coast. But we working on it in Texas, it's getting better.
We know about you and those Griselda guys from New York, man.
And my boys.
Why you work so well with Griselda?
Hey, yo!
Talk to him.
Yeah, man, I love them dudes, man, for sure. Shout out to my boy Westside Gun, you know, the whole Griselda family, you know what I'm saying? My boy Conway, my brother from another real dude, real solid general, the robot. They call him a machine, I call him the robot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that.
Super being right there, you know what I'm saying? Benny the Butcher, the rest of the guys over there, man, you know, they kind of like a...
You're like an honorary member.
Yeah, and it's the same difference with them to me. You know what I'm saying? They kind of like a New York East Coast TSF to a certain extent, and we like a down south Griselda to a certain extent. You know
What's TSF stand for?
The Sauce Family. The Sauce Familia. Texas
Familia.
Shit Forever. The Seasoning Federation. You know what I'm saying? It got multiple reasons, multiple definitions for TSF, but you know it's the Sauce Familia. You know what I'm saying? Texas boys. But outside of that, Westside really respect my lyricism and my style with like clothes and art, jewelry. And I have the same respect for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I got put on to him through one of my good friends from like back then from my first clique I was telling you about, Mash, my boy T-Stacks, Free T-Stacks, you feel me? And he put me on Westside Gun, like, was like, bro, you need to listen to this nigga Westside Gun. Like, he got bars and he different like you, like, and they got a crew, like, you need to get on them. So I'm checking them out. I started listening to them, and instantly I fell in love with the music because, again, before I ever heard Westside Gun and them, Ghetto Gospel, we already on Ghetto Gospel 2. You know what I'm saying? And outside of the Ghetto Gospel series, I've also already dropped the New South City series. So I already have a huge established fan base of rapping on sample beats and making classic verses to samples. So at the time that I felt that I was doing it in the South, it definitely wasn't big where I'm at and what people doing it at. So, and then also in New York, me just leaving New York and making a New South City album, the first one, I'm seeing the emergence of drill rap and how everybody's converting to drill. So all the New York artists that I was running into at the time, and people that I'm hearing from the East Coast is all drill rappers.
They drilled out.
To the point to where I even made a drill CD in honor and respect of, because like I went there originally to do a New York traditional style album, which is New South City, and that's what I did. But after me seeing like just the gravitational pull on the drill shit, you feel me, and all the young people that I'm meeting in New York, all the drilling and love the drill music, it's like, damn, they pushing the beats on me like, man, wow, you a killer. You rap so good, you a killer, show, you a killer. Like, you a killer. So I ended up doing it. But it made me realize like, okay, damn, like lyricism or just straight bars or rapping on sample beats is finna be a lost art form even up top. Because of how much the influence is of selling records and making big moments, like how the South is doing with hit records.
Yep.
So when I finally discovered Griselda, it was like a breath of fresh air. It's like, damn, it's a new Jadakiss. It's a new Fabulous. It's a new, like, I can really appreciate hip-hop again, but be a fan of what's going on right now.
Yep.
They're not talking about some old school shit that I can't relate to. They're talking about things that's happening right now that we're going through right now, but they got the lyrics. So and then another big thing, like I said earlier, the screw culture, the screw shit is big to us. So any music that I like and fall in love with, I'm gonna get it slowed up. Even if either I'm gonna look forward to already be on the internet slowed up, or I'm gonna go to a DJ that I personally rock out with, and I'm gonna have them slow the music up.
Yep.
So I start getting the West Side music and stuff slowed up. And after I got it slowed up, now I'm really a fan of it. I'm really getting into the beats of it.
Yeah.
I end up, West Side reached out to me to do a song. So now I did the first song we did, the Houston versus Rockets song.
Houston versus Rockets, right?
Right, because I started liking bro pictures, and I like, yeah, I live. I'm just liking this picture. He hit me up like, bro, yo, Sauce, you been a GOAT. I fuck with you, yo, you, man, bro, woo, man, I love your cars. I'm gonna come to Houston. I'll be in Houston. I'm getting drip from Johnny Dane. You gotta pull up. And the love was just organic. So it's like, I met up with him at the mall. We was chilling, buying shit, balling, talking about whatever. So boom, I do the Houston Rockets song for him. He sent me the Houston Houston versus Lakers song. Boom, we dropped the song, it got crazy. People love it. And he opened up another door for me in the lyrical space and in the true hip hop space, because they got a different fan base that's a whole different type of cult fan base as well, and then they expand to overseas.
Yeah.
So I'm getting all of these different people that's just like so amazed by the complexity and the lyricism of my verse and the things that I was saying. It just created a whole new fan base and a whole new feeling on the internet. Because you know, everything that happened in music could go to the internet, and that's where they argue and dispute and enjoy it. So it's all on Twitter. It's all TSF from Griselda, Sauce Walka Griselda, woo. So now that I'm listening to their songs and I'm screwing them up, I had a favorite song of theirs that was called R.I.P. Bobby. And that's West Side Gun and Conway. And I just loved this beat. The beat was just so beautiful to me, like the sample that was on it. And I used to listen to it in one of my drop top 65 Capital Benzes on Swangers. I used to, every time I drove that car, I would have to let the top down and ride to that song slowed up throughout the city, to the point to where I said, I'm not gonna just keep listening to this beat. I gotta rap on it. So I rapped on that beat. I found
the Derringer beat, right?
It was Derringer beat. This is what created this relationship.
Oh, wow.
This is how it lead up to that.
Yep.
I rapped on the beat and I shot the video to it, and I changed this title from R.I.P. Bobby to R.I.P. Buddy. So I released the song on World Star Hip Hop. This is probably one of my last videos I dropped on World Star Hip Hop on YouTube. And shit got like 5 million views or something. But when it first came out, it had like 2 or 3 million views quick. And Alchemist reached out to me, not Danger. Alchemist reached out to me. And he was like, yo, bro, you are incredible. We love you. Like, we listen to your music all the time. That beat that you rapped on is like my predecessor. Like, that's my little bro.
Yeah.
Danger, like, I really want to see y'all work together, and me and you gonna work together too. Like, man, whenever you in LA or New York, reach out to me. So the relationship just kept growing from that point to where I kept working with West. I ended up being on another West album. He put me on 2 different albums, so I got blessed. I'm on another album again, and it was a big thing. I did another incredible verse to where now they invited me to perform on one of their tours in New York. So I flew out to New York. I did a stage set with him, Stove, God, and Conway.
Oh.
And again, now I'm meeting a whole bunch of other New York legends that I respect them and their artistry. So now I'm meeting Lloyd Banks and I'm getting all this love. And I'm like, bro, you Lloyd Banks, nigga. I was in middle school listening to you Banks. There's Yayo in there and Fab, Jadakiss, you know. Jim Jones has been my brother. Like Jim, Mano, them been my boys. They been rocking out with me on some other shit, plus the music though. Like, them like people that I always like give me knowledge, game, and flowers, or have my back when I'm in New York, make sure I'm around the right company, or, you know what I'm saying, make sure I'm good, whatever way I'm at, just telling me who to be with or who not to be, whatever. Like, them my boys, always like that, beyond music and with music. Some of them other people that I was meeting that night was like, you know what I'm saying, it was just like, again, humbling for these people to know me and know my songs, like by detail. Oh, when you did this one verse, or that one Brendan had a baby song, that was crazy how you flipped the Tupac, woo. So, Alchemist walked up to me. And Alchemist walked up to me like, yo, the Sauce is me. I'm whole shit Alchemist down, bro. Ooh, blah, blah, blah. He like, first thing I'm asking, like, man, when we gonna get some work in, let's do an album. I'll do an album with you, like, what we doing? He like, man, we gonna do an album. Trust me, like, I wanna do an album. Me, Action Bronson, Earl Sweatshirt. You Earl Sweatshirt favorite rapper. This what Alchemist tell me. And I end up meeting Earl Sweatshirt afterwards, whatever. He like, yeah, you Earl Sweatshirt favorite rapper. Like, we listen to you every day at the studio, woo. But the way you and Danger sound together, like, we just stuck on that. Like, so please give me an album of that. And then after you give me an album of this right here, then me and you gonna do a whole album. I send you a beat song right now, but like, you like that song that you did, cause the song did well, the one I did. And like that again, I also brought a whole nother crowd to them. I brought a whole nother fan base to Griselda, just like they did to me. I brought that same thing to them. And especially the producers as well, cause any video that I shoot get millions of views, but this particular one did really well. So he's like, man. And I had dropped another song after that called Without You, rapping about my mom. And Alchemist was like, man, that's our favorite song right now, Without You. And we was thinking about making a beat similar to that. And we want you to rap on. Me and him made it together. So then I was like, man, I'm gonna do the album for you. So he introduced me to Danger. Danger set up a studio session that night and they played me the beat that they had like put together for me to rap on. I did it. And then from there, it was all she wrote. I got in the studio with him for like a week and a half straight after that, recorded the whole album, started putting different people in that rocked out with me, that showed me love. Busta Rhymes, I pulled them in, pulled JayZ in, pulled in my boy Hell Rell from Dipset. I'm a huge Dipset fan. Like, that's like a part of my top 5. If I had to have a top 5, like, I try to put their whole group in it if I could. You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge Dipset fan, like I'm a huge Screwed Up Click fan. And being from Texas, like groups and cliques is like a big thing to us. Yeah. So I always honored that. But yeah, that's kind of like
that's gonna be the next project?
What?
The stuff with Derringer?
That's my next project after the project I'm finna drop right now.
That Boy Then, right?
That Boy Then, that's my next album right now. Something for the summer, something for, you know, the girls, the fellas, the people that's in the club, people that's having fun, people that's getting money, the hustlers, you know, the ratchet females, you know, just for the youth. Something fun, you know, it's a lot of women empowerment in music right now, so I want to give a little power back to the fellas, but also crowning the women and you know, giving them they light for having the hold on men that they have right now. Like, I think it's funny. I like it. I like how women is like, you know, putting their foot on dudes' necks now.
Female MCs?
Yeah, they should. That's what they get.
Are we gonna get another Ghetto Gospel 4 this year? This December?
Y'all probably won't get the Ghetto Gospel 4 this year, but you probably get maybe the Swiss Beats album by the end of the year, hopefully. But the Danger album is for sure. Right now it's That Boy Then. My next album is the album with me and Danger, and that's like really critically acclaimed. The fans been begging for that for years. Yeah. I'm trying to get the hold up off of that. A lot of the music that I'm releasing right now outside of the That Boy Then is like 2 years old. I just be making like timeless music to where they don't care because of the message that's in it.
But you wouldn't think that they were 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah, see, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? But a lot of that lyrical stuff that I have, I've been sitting on it for a year or 2 years. Like, even the Dangerous Danger song, remember the freestyle where I was rapping in front of Maybach, how many years ago did that come out?
Right.
The On The Block performance.
On the Block, right.
That was at least 2 years ago now, and I recorded at least a full year or something before that.
Wow.
So yeah. But you know, with greatness, they will have patience.
Just like it's the perfect time and you finally on the Rap Radar podcast.
Yeah, man, I finally on Rap Radar. I feel like a Super Saiyan. Let me have a Super Saiyan moment. Harugi! Call me!
We gotta do a fusion
I'm here! Rap Radar! 10 years later, alligator, and y'all gone like a wet Nile later.
We gotta do a fusion. There we go. Bam! You know about that, Elliot.
Confusion!
This is gonna be an incredible audio experience.
Man, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't make it right here to the sunrise and see the beautiful California skies upon their eyes and to have these people mesmerized. You know what I'm saying? If they raps and things like that, you feel me? It's a beautiful thing. I'm humbled. I'm glad to be here because a lot of people thought I wasn't gonna make it.
Oh, glad you made it though, Sauce.
For sure. Yeah, TSF Bennett.
That's what it is.
What y'all got for me?
Louis Vuitton Don, man. You Louis Vuitton Don?
Yeah, man. You know, it's
You
been
took over the
getting-
title?
Yeah, you know, you salute the Kanye, but he's moved on to win Adidas. You know, he's
went to
Adidas.
Jesus.
He got different things going on. He got a lot done out there. You get your Yeezy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 season Yeezy. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to do it for the LVZ. You know, I like Louis Vuitton. It's one of those brands that I feel has a staple in the fashion industry that's not gonna be watered down. It's never gonna go nowhere. That pieces are pieces that hold value, retain value for years to come. They don't decrease, they go up, especially if you buy the more exotic ones. And they work with people of our culture directly. That people of our culture have direct influence and direct hands-on to the fabrics with who they know is their biggest consumer. You know, regardless of having all the other consumers, they understand that what hip hop is, and I think it's just always a good thing for brands and companies so big that have so much power and so much influence to appreciate hip hop and the people that's in hip hop. So whenever I see that, I get a little bit more respect and love for the brand. But I always like Louis Vuitton anyway. People notice I can wear anything and make it look good. I can wear merchandise and somebody's clothing line that they started from the ground up and make it look like Louis, like I just did the other day on that freestyle with Meek Mill. Shout out to Meek Mill.
Yeah, that's big right now. You and Meek Mill and G Herbo, right?
Yeah. I was wearing 28 right there. That was some Texas clothes looking like it was Louis Vuitton. But yeah, that was a great moment right there with Meek Mills and them freestyling, putting on for the great state of Texas at the Gilly Fest. Shout out to Gilly.
Shout out Gilly.
Shout out my man. You know what I'm saying? Wild out the good family. But my label, man, TSF Business, I got a big record label that I started from the ground up. I got about 50 artists on my record label, all running through my distro. Got Peso, hardest essay ever, Saucewood winning, Fifth Ward JP, Bucci P, Sauce Gohan from Chicago. That's my blood relative, my mom's brother's son. He's an emerging superstar. He got a lot of good traction going for himself. I got so many artists on my record label. But my brother Sosa, man, Sancho Saucy, we just doing a lot of good stuff. I'm trying to build the next Wu-Tang. I'm trying to build the next empire, you know, and just be successful, make great music, make great memories, and just teach what I can when I can, but at the same time, not be too serious about it. I feel like people are too serious about this shit sometimes, you know?
Word.
It's definitely business and something to be taken serious, but it's also something meant to be enjoyed. I like having fun with it.
We enjoyed this, man.
Definitely. Sauce Walka.
Yeah, man, it's me again, man. Sauce Walka, the Sauce Talker, you know what I'm saying? Flies Tony Hawker, you know what I'm saying? Never been a female stalker, but a foreign car parker. You know what I'm talking about? Ooweee, you know what I'm saying? Splash to the flow if you got to know. I'm on the Elliot Wilson show in the rap radar. What's your name, my black man?
Name's B-Dot.
B-Dot, we dot. We'll never forget. Punks, we not. You know what I'm saying? Peons, we not. You know what I'm saying? We real champs over here. You know what I'm saying? Real champions.
Championship
You know what I'm saying? Championship podcast. Shout out to Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Ooweee.
Rap Radar Podcast.
Yeah.